Oftentimes in your home, you'll find that there's some damage done to your walls. Maybe it's because you were moving out, or maybe you moved into a new place. You're moving out and you want to get it ready for resale. There's damage from moving pictures around. There might be damage from a door that doesn't have a doorstop where the knob hits and makes a hole in the wall. You might have damage from some electrical work or plumbing work. At any event, you can have smaller holes or larger holes, and these are what we're going to cover in this video. We're going to talk about repairing those holes. This is Dan Frost from H.D.F Painting, the fine art of painting, and this is Talk Shop with Frost. Okay, before we move on to this great topic of filling nail holes, I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Now, you know we've done a number of videos now. Now, it's really important to us that you hit the subscribe button. That would be very helpful because we like presenting these videos to, homeowners or other painters so you can get an idea of what is out there and what to do in certain situations. So please hit the subscribe button. So say you come across holes in your wall that are there because you moved a picture or it has a small pinhole. Those holes are the easiest to fill. And you can do that by getting yourself a 2-inch blade, or in our case we use a 6 and an 8-inch blade. And we like to use the USG joint compound Easy Sand. Okay? Put a thin layer of that over the hole and let it dry. Alright? Right before you do that, you just want to make sure there's no rough edges around the hole, so just sand it lightly with some sandpaper. Okay? And that dries, in probably a couple hours. Now, I just want to preface by saying there's a couple different compounds you can use. We use this because it's ready mixed. You can also use USG Easy Sand 20, which dries in 20 minutes. USG Easy Sand 45, which obviously dries in 45 minutes, and Easy Sand 90, which dries in 90 minutes. So there are a couple options. Okay, so one of the most common holes in walls occur when somebody doesn't have a doorstop on a door opening into a room. You open that door and the handle slams against the wall and creates a hole. Now, if you can put 2 fingers or 3 fingers in that hole, you're not going to be able to patch it with just some joint compound. What you need are these wall repair patches, okay? And these wall repair patches are light tin material with some fiberglass tape around it, okay? And they stick. You stick that over the hole and you're ready to go to the patching process. You can use the USG Ready Mix Easy Sand. You can also add a little plaster of Paris to it to make it dry a little quicker. And you might need 2 or 3 coats over that before you sand it flush and prime it and paint it. Okay, so let's say you have an even larger hole. Say you had to do some electrical work in the wall, or you had some plumbing work done and they cut out a larger area. Now, sometimes if they cut out a larger area, it'd be smart to save that piece of wallboard. Because if you save that piece of wallboard, you don't have to get another sheet and just cut it. Because that's how you're going to repair that hole. What you need, though, you need a backing. You can get some strapping, or in our case, we're going to use this piece of wood here. We drill a screw into that hole right here in the piece of wood. So when you put it in the larger hole, you can pull it tight. And we're going to screw into that, all right, the new wallboard, that piece that we cut to fit that. And then after that, we'll go over and patch that and go through the same patching process. So that's with a larger hole. Okay, so just to review, we went over a couple different size holes in the wall that we repaired, from little nail holes to larger holes. And a couple points I want to make that will make the job come out a lot easier for you is once they're patched with the small nail holes, you shouldn't have to patch it again. Lightly sand it with 220 sandpaper, vacuum it, wipe it with a rag, put a 100% acrylic primer over that, and then you can do the top coat over that. Now, you must remember, if you're touching up a wall that has a color to it, it's not going to come out exactly as the color of the wall, the original paint, because the sheen level has changed over time. So for some people it's fine, for other people who have a critical eye, you might have to paint the whole wall. Okay, just keep that in mind. For the larger 2-inch hole, 3-inch hole, you might have to skim it again after you sand it. Just make sure it's flush to the surface. It should be. If it's not, just put another light skim over that. Do the same process after you sand it. Wipe it. 100% acrylic, water-based primer should be fine. Now for the larger hole that we did with the backing and the wallboard patch, you might have to do 2 or 3 coats over that. And that's why I talked about the Easy Sand 20, Easy Sand 45, Easy Sand 90. If you're in a little bit of a rush, you can do the 20 Easy Sand 20 and it'll dry quicker. Then sand it like you always do. Sand it until it's flush. Put your hand over it, make sure it's smooth. Prime it with 100% acrylic primer, and do your top coat. So if you found this video interesting, which I hope you have, please hit the like button. Also, questions might have arisen while you were looking at the video, and you can leave a comment at the end for us, and we'll be sure to get back to you. I'm Dan Frost from H.D.F Painting, the fine art of painting, and this has been Talk Shop with Frost.